Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Thursday, the 8th of September 2022. It's still morning here, actually. Haven't even reached lunchtime yet. I've just finished watching the Apple Far Out iPhone release, iPhone 14 being released. And the theme I thought that I noticed throughout was that it seems to be for explorers and extreme athletes or something like that, with all of their products demonstrating how if you're in the middle of the desert, you can contact someone in an emergency and a helicopter will fly in. Well, I think that's a fairly niche audience, isn't it? That seems to be a rather small target group, but good luck with that. I also noticed, of course, that although Apple is a huge product across the world and sells more telephones outside the US than it does in the US, the US is, of course, is a huge market, a major market, and so they generally advertise and direct their programs towards an American audience. And I noticed there was no coincidence there. It was not accidental that they began by talking about how the new Apple Watch monitors women's menstrual cycles and gives feedback on that. That is definitely not a coincidence after the recent overturning of Roe v. Wade in the US, where women now have to be very clear about what's going on with their bodies, since they may have to shift states to find an abortion if they need to. So that was definitely an interesting point. The other thing that I noticed that I thought was rather good and creative. Apple are often creative. Often they just copy things from other people, but something I thought was very interesting is this: since the iPhone, I don't know, 10 is it or something like that, they introduced the notch. In other words, they took their screen all the way across the camera. I have an old iPhone that actually the camera is above the screen. It's not part of the screen, but mine is an old one. And since they have that notch feature in there, well, then part of the screen is cut out, right, removed from the picture, which is good or bad depending on how you view it, really. But they really want to promote this, edge to edge kind of screen type thing. But they're stuck with this need to have a camera. And now various manufacturers are going about this in different ways. There are companies that have very small holes where a camera appears behind. There are even companies that try to have the camera behind the screen somehow, although that hasn't been very successful, I think. And then there's the kind of flip-out camera, selfie cameras we're talking about, of course. One that flips up, and I think that's not a particularly good solution either. But the problem for Apple is as well is because they have this face detection LiDAR, so they need more than one camera space, or space for more than one camera on the screen, and so they've ended up with a rather large area they can't use. So what they've done is created this thing that they call Dynamic Island. I laughed when I saw the name. I suddenly thought, well, that's funny. I'm not quite sure why it's funny, but I thought it was. Silly kind of thing, but anyway, interesting idea. So it's like this: if you can't hide it, flaunt it. So it's a clever idea. They've realized that they can't remove this notch, or certainly with the technology they have at the moment, they're not able to remove it. And so what they've done is embraced it, and they've made the thing an expandable size. So for the iPhone 14 Pro series, not the regular but the Pro series, they have introduced this thing they called the Dynamic Island, and they have made it expand and monitor things. So like little alerts come up in there, and it kind of expands in size to let you know what's going on. So it looks like it's part of the actual usage of the phone as opposed to just hiding a camera. Very clever idea, I thought. That's really kind of thinking out of the box. So I thought that was a nice, interesting feature that we will see appearing on other phones, and appearing on an iPhone that I own in about 5 years' time, probably, because I never go for the new models. I always get ones that are cheaper in a couple of years, been in production for a couple of years, if I ever bother to change my phone. Right. Okay, let's get on with the game of Sudoku, shall we? This is the New York Times hard level Sudoku. I'm going to tell you what I can see because I can see something immediately. I can see these fives blocking down and across here. So I shall start with a 5 in that location. Why not? I can also see 7s blocking down here like this. So I shall put in a 7 just there. I can also see 7s blocking across here like this. So that's going to give me a 7 in that square. Okay, I see this 1 blocking up here, so that's going to put 1 into one of those squares, blocking across here, 1 blocking across here, 1 down here. That puts a 1 there. Shall we continue with the 1s? Blocking down and blocking across, giving me a 1 in that square there. We have 1 blocking across and 1 up here, putting a 1 in one of these 2 squares, blocking down, and then 1's blocking across these 2 rows, so we shall get ourselves a 1 there as well. Shall we just continue and go through the digits as we're doing them? Interesting. We've got 2's in those squares there, and that's going to put 2's in those squares there as well. Here, of course. Okay. All right. And 3's. Oh no, what did I just say? 2's are in these squares. I suddenly thought I had 2's there. No, that's 3's now. Okay, what else do we have on 3's? They are in those squares. Okay, 3 blocks down here, 3 across here, so 3 in one of those 2 squares blocking across, 3 down here. We get ourselves a 3 there. We have 5 blocking up here and 5 across here like this, so that puts 5 into one of those squares. 5 blocking down here, 5 blocking up here, 5 across here, puts 5 into these squares here. Is that good enough? No, we have 5's there like that. And up here, no, we still have 5's like this. So I don't think we can quite finish off the 5's just yet. But what we do have is 1 and 5 blocking across here, 1 and 5 up here, and as I said, that's going to put 1 and 5 into those squares. Obviously the 5 blocking across here and up here. So this is a 1-5 pair here now. Right, good. Okay, that's a 1-5 pair. What do we know? We already know 3's are in those squares, so it doesn't mean anything. How about the 6's? 6's are, well, somewhere down there. And 8's. Okay, good. So that's 1-5. So 8 blocks across here, so that would be an 8 then. Okay. So again, 1 and 5, and our 9 will be in one of those squares. Does that help us on? Where are the 9's? Hey, is that the only 9? It is the only 9. Wow. Okie dokie. But now the 3 blocks here and the 3 blocks here, so that's got to be a 3, hasn't it? Okay, missing digits from here are 6 and something. I see a 6 blocking here, so I jumped on that immediately. And the other missing digit from here is a 2, I think. Okay, missing numbers across here are, I think, 5, 8, and 9. Yep, and we got 5 and 8 here, so that's got to be a 9 then. Okay, let's go through the digits and see if anything looks very helpful. Okay, so we have a pair of. Oh no, we don't. That's twice. I was thinking the same thing. How weird. Almost made the same mistake twice. I've guessed it must be something I want to do. I'm definitely trying to do it and it's not working. Well, I already mentioned about the 5s. I don't think anything has changed since I said that. Hello, that's good. 6 is blocking down here, here, and here, so that's going to give me a 6 just there, and then the 6 is going to block up there, giving me a 6 here. And I remember this is a 9 because I remember this is 1 of 5, so the memory is actually working not too badly this morning. Better than normal, maybe. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, let's go back and try this again, see if any. I don't think anything's changed here, has it? But never mind, might get an idea anyway. Four's going to be tough. I have a feeling 4's going to be a bit of a sticking point. Nothing's changed on the 5. How about the 6's? No, can't finish them off. Okay, easy stuff over, and now we're on for the tough bit. I have a feeling those fours are going to be tricky. Mm. Hmm. Gotcha. Okay, 8 blocks across here, right? So that means 8 is in one of these two squares, blocking down here, and the 2 blocks down here. So that means that these two are 2 and 8, and this has to be 4. Now we can say the 4 blocking up here puts a 4 there. Yeehaw. Missing digits here, 5, 8, 9. We got one of each in each row. Again, tough. Can't do anything about that. But anyway, I'm glad to find that 4 because the 4 was bugging me, thinking how tricky it's going to be. It still is tricky, but at least we've got a little bit done there. Let's try the digits again in case anything new pops up at me. I was looking at this 1 and 9 blocking up here, and we've got 1 and 9 blocking across here, but this is 3 squares here, right? So 1, 9. There's 7 blocks up here, but 7 is in the wrong row. Let's. I know what I was going to do. Go on the digits. In this central block, we have fives in these squares, we have twos in these squares, we have threes up here, we have eights like this. No, it's still the nines that can appear anywhere, isn't it? Apart from this square here. Yeah, nines are bugging. Where should I be looking? We have 2 and 6 blocking down here, but again we have 3 empty squares. Let's see. 2. What are we doing on 2s? 2 is possible like that. 4, yuck. 6 here. Seven. And then this damn 9 giving me headache. Probably the answer is in this block over here, but this is tough to visualize because there are just so many empty squares. It's difficult to retain this kind of information for me. And this bottom row here is kind of unknown as well. Okay. What is missing from here? 2, 4, and 9, right? Now we've got no... could be 2, 4, or 9 down here, so... Alright, let's try a little bit. Before I go on to pencil marks, which looks like they're coming very soon, I'll attempt to remember as much as I can about this block. Right, okay, what do we know about 2s? Absolutely nothing. 2s could appear in any of these squares, so that's a bad start. 3s can appear here. 3s can appear here, I should say. Fours are blocked from here, but can appear in those squares. Sixes are here. That's what I was thinking about before when I said the 3s. 6s are here. 7s are like this. 8s are like that. And what is this square here? Is this a 2? I'm getting my... Now I hate it when this happens. I feel like I might have discovered a 2 here, but I don't think it is, so I should just endeavour. So bear with me while I find out that it's not. But anyway, is it a 1? No. Is it a 2? I'm hoping so. 3? No. 4? No. 5? No. 6? It could be 7. It's 2, 7. There's no 8 or 9. But it could be a 7, so it's a 2 or a 7. Now this up here could also be 2 or 7, but could it be anything else? It's not 1, it could be 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's not 5, it's not 6, it's not 8, it's not... I've done what is almost impossible for me. I have discovered a pair, a naked pair, without using candidates, and that could be the first time I've ever done that in certainly one that has 2, 4, 6, that has 2, 4, 5 open squares. I don't think I've ever done that before, so let's hope that it gives me the answer because I'm getting desperate. So if this is 2 and 7, this cannot be 2. 2 must appear here, and the other number 1 must appear there. Yes. Right, again, 2 and 7 in these squares. Now that is going to put, it is those squares, isn't it? I'll mess this up. Right, so that is going to put, I hope I haven't made a mistake. Please don't tell me I fluked this game. I shall just die. Right, I've got 2 and 7 in those squares now. So the other squares must contain 9 and something. 9 and 3, is it? Yeah, 9 and 3, but I can't tell which is 9 and which is 3 just yet. But anyway, I got something out of it, didn't I? I can't tell which is 9 and 3, can I? 3, no, I can't. Okay. But I will try to bear in mind that this is 2-7 pair as well, because it might give me something else. Still, even at this stage, it might give me something else. Right, let's go back to our digit crunch again. No, that hasn't helped greatly because we just have 1s up there like that. So not a great benefit. And now we have 2s here, but we had them before, so that's not very useful. And down here we have 2s. Ah, yes, okay, 2 blocking down here and now a 2 blocking down here, so that is a 2. So thank goodness for that. That did give me something then. So we're going to be left with 4-9 pair here now. I've seen something else, I think. Up here, I believe we are looking for 3-4-9, is that right? 3-4-9, okay, we got a 3 and a 4 in the same row. That's our 9, and now 9 blocking across here, we get another 9. Yes, we are moving it with the 9s. Wow. For me, this is an excellent game. Even getting this far, whether or not I finish it without candidates, for me, just spotting that naked pair without candidates is a revelation. Right, let's see what else we know. I've forgotten what's missing over here now. Though 5 and 8, we've got the 8 blocking here, so that's our 8, and the 5 will appear in this square. Now 5 across this row and across this row, that gives us a 5 there. And that's about as far as we can go with the 5s, leaving us with those squares. But there's just one empty square here now, that's 2. And missing across here now is 3, 4 and 8. We have the 8 blocking down here and up here, so that will be our 8, and now we are just left with 3, 4 here. And that's got to be a 3, 4 as well, hasn't it? But it's not enough just yet. Okay. Right, I am going to examine this column here because I get a feeling there might be something worth looking at here. Oh no, that's the one where I've got... Almost forgot. It is worth looking at because I already know, don't I, that I've got myself the naked pair here of whatever it was. I've forgotten again. Is it 2 and 7? Anyway, let's just ignore that. Let's look at this block here, shall we? 1, 2, 3. What do we know? 4s block across there, so 4s appear in that square. Those squares, I should say. 6s appear like this. Is that any help? 6s are like this over here. So we're not done yet. Okay, 4 blocking this square, 4 blocking this square. This has to be a 4. Now we can get the final 9 in that row. Got ourselves another 9. In fact, we got another one too, because 9 blocking up and up here and across there gives us a 9 in that square. And the 9 across here and across here. 9 going there. And then 9 coming down here. So after being a real problem child for most of this puzzle, 9 is actually the first digit to be done. How about that? Thank you, digit 9, for your services. We will recall you in the next video. 6 and 7 must go here. So 7 blocks up there, 7 blocks up there. That's got to be a 7. 7 across this row, and up here. Putting a 7 into that square there. Can't quite finish those off yet though, can we? Because as mentioned, they go there, but they also go there. Missing digits from here now are 2 and 3, I think. Okay, so we've got the blocking 3 here. So the 3 is there, the 2 is there. Now 2 across these 2 rows puts a 2 into this square here. How come we haven't finished 2? It's because we've still got another one to fill in there. That's the last one, and this then will be an 8. Okay, feeling very confident we're going to get this now. Just one empty square here, and we shall fill that void with 4, I believe. And that leaves missing numbers here and here of 3 and 5, is it? I think so. The 5 blocks up there, 5 goes there, and the 3 will be there. 5 blocks this square, giving us a 5 there. 1 is the last number there. 1 blocks across here, and 1 blocks up here. So 1 there. Missing digit here is going to be a 4. 4 blocking down here. And across here puts a 4 there, and 7 blocking down here puts a 7 there. 1 number missing from up here. I can hear my stomach rumbling. Must be almost lunchtime. No, it's not. It's still morning time actually. Well, it won't be a 3 because I can see the 3 before I can find anything else. So the 3 goes there. That's got to be an 8. Okay, now the 8 blocks across here, so that will be an 8, and the last number to fill in here will be a 6. 6 blocking across here, 6 goes here. Well, I'm just going to say, I'm about to finish, but I'm about to say something. Since I have started playing the game with less emphasis on notation, I say it like that because not really notation free much of the time, but less emphasis on notation, trying to find games take the games as far as I can without pencil marks. This has probably been my most successful because I don't think I've actually found a difficult to find naked pair without using candidates. Well, I may have done once or twice, but I think it's certainly very rare. So this could have been my most successful game to date without pencil marks, possibly, unless it turns out the game was just really easy and I missed something else. That's possible, always possible in Sudoku because there are so many ways to play these games. Okay, that's it for not for today. I should be back later. But warning about tomorrow. Tomorrow I am working all day out of home for at least 10 hours. So I don't think there'll be any Sudoku tomorrow. Bye bye.